Om Sairam everyone. I would like to share a beautiful Leela of Baba that happened in our family last month, last week of last month, November. So it so happens that before the Leela, I would like to share some incidents that happened. So in the month of May, unfortunately, we lost one of our family members, our aunt, to COVID. And our cousin was there alone in Delhi. So because they live in Delhi, and unfortunately we lost her to COVID, and my cousin was all alone because his father also unfortunately passed away a few years back, and now he and his mother are living in Delhi. But now unfortunately his mother also passes away due to COVID, and he was all alone there. And because we couldn't go there and at least stay side by him or to give him strength. The reason being is we also got affected by COVID at the same month, and I myself was really badly hit because of that. So he was all alone there, and he did all the rituals and all. He had a tremendous amount of challenges at the time because he couldn't find the right oxygen cylinders and hospitals to admit. Everything went really bad for him at the time, and nobody was there from our family to at least stay by him. So that's the unfortunate situation one that happened in the month of May. And in the month of August, last week of August, unfortunately my father also met an accident where he got hit in the head, and there was an internal bleeding that happened, and he is currently bedridden and is under treatment. So this is also a very bad situation that happened, a series of events that happened to our family. But yeah, this is these two are the worst, I can say. Now my father is slowly recovering due to Baba's grace alone. So he's doing stable at the moment, but he is yet to gain consciousness, and to become normal he has to gain some more consciousness and all that. So we are just praying Baba, and Baba is taking care of each and everything. That's on that. Now our cousin who is in Delhi, he wants to come down to our place. We stay in Visakhapatnam, so he wants to come here and just pay a visit and see my father, how he is doing and how we are. And we also wanted to see him for a long time. So he comes here in the month of November, and then we all meet, and he is actually both happy and also sad because of the unfortunate situations that our family is going through. Yeah, but overall, yes, we were really glad to see him and meet him. He comes here, he meets everyone, so he's all happy to see everyone. We are also very happy to see him. So it so happens that he shares an idea that he wanted to give dal, rice and wheat to anyone nearby and in a temple especially, preferably, because the day on which his mother passed away and the day and time that comes up every month is coming on the very Thursday of that week when he's here. So on Thursday he just tells us so he wants to give this in a temple. Bhaiya, I want to give this on my mother's name. That's what he tells us. We said, okay, fine, we have Baba temple nearby, we can go there and you can give that. But before this incident, before he comes here, in our family, I and my brother, we were talking about going to Pithapuram, which is a very very divine place where we have Lord Shiva and Parvati and also Dattatreya Swami in one single temple. So that is really a great. It also has its own historical significance and mythological story, where there is a there is a story that goes by saying, Lord Vishnu has given some kind of special importance to that place. I'll come to that part later in the narration. But yeah, so we were wanted to go to that place but couldn't happen because I wasn't feeling good, and there were some other things coming up where we couldn't really plan and we couldn't go. And once he comes here on Tuesday, and so my cousin comes here on Tuesday, and on Wednesday night we suddenly we all think, my brother comes up with an idea that why don't we go to Pithapuram, the next day, on Thursday, because I think that because my cousin is here and we brothers were all here. So my brother gave this idea, why don't we go to Pithapuram, that is very nearby. It's a 2 to 3 hours journey from my place. So yes, that's when we thought, let's do that. And the next day, that is on Thursday, we started for Pithapuram, and on the same day my cousin also wants to go. I already booked a reservation to go back to Delhi. So that's when we go. But early morning we started, and he took all the groceries like rice, wheat and dal, whatever he wanted to give to someone. We thought, we are going to Pithapuram, and then he can find someone there to whom he can give, so that's also a big temple, right? So we thought that way, let's go. Then we started, and we were able to reach the temple on time, because initially we were informed that the temple stays open only until 12 o'clock. So that's when we had to rush, but fortunately we were able to make by 11:30 there AM. And in this travel, I was thinking about Baba and asking Baba, you made this happen, because we were trying to go to Pithapuram, but that didn't happen. But when my cousin is here, you allowed us, and we all now are going to Pithapuram. And I know you are with me. So once I go to the temple, will you give your darshan to me? Is what I asked. And soon after we reached there, we parked the vehicle and then we entered the temple. There is a person that comes, and we were going in a straight direction soon after we entered the gate of the temple. And some person comes to and tells my brother, who is in front of me, that go there, go to your right side first, and he shows the direction. First go there. And then that's the every temple has its own method, right? So that's what we thought, and we supposed to go right, and so we went right. And to my astonishing, I can't really say how to express the amount of happiness I felt and amount of surprise that really Baba gave me, because on the right side there is a Vrindavan of Sripada Sri Vallabha Swami, who is the avatar of Dattatreya himself. And when I enter, there is Baba sitting, in front, and he's in the middle of a circle of gurus. And the other gurus were Guru Nanak, and Sripada Sri Vallabha Swami, Dattatreya, Swami Samarth. So these among these sages, Baba was in the middle. And I was like, Baba, you just give me just not only your own darshan, but entire Guru's darshan. That itself is a mind-blowing experience for me. Because I was asking him whether he would give a darshan in some way when I go to temple. I wasn't expecting this experience at all. So that was the first, a positive thing that happened. and we don't know who directed my brother to go to that direction and see Vrindavan first. So that was really blissful experience. That was the first experience we had. After that, we just passed by and went to Sripada Sri Vallabha Swami's temple, where Purohit was doing a kind of abhishekam. So no ornaments nor garlands were on his idol. But we had brought a small garland from our end and we offered. And Purohit right away took that garland and then placed on Swami, Sripada Sri Vallabha Swami. And it fits so perfectly, very perfectly. And that is the second, we were like on clouds at the moment, like what is happening right now, we didn't feel this happy this year in the entire year. So that much of happiness we were actually feeling at the moment, because having seen all these situations coming one after the other, we were kind of very very depressed mode, and we were just like, okay, whatever is going on, okay, fine. We were not so energetic at all. But seeing this Leela, first Baba giving darshan, and then Sripada Sri garland that we offered fits perfectly with him, and that was the only garland that he was wearing at the moment, because Abhishekam was going on. And as if he it appears as if he took the garland and wore on himself, and he's standing and saying, "Happy now? Are you happy now?" So we were like, God, yeah, we were just so blissful. That's it. That's the only word I can use. And then we, with the same state, we went to Parvati's temple, where this Pithapuram is one of the 18 Shakti Pithas. So in here, Parvati is called as Puruhutika Devi, and mother gave her darshan to us, and we after that, and also there also Purohit gave a couple of bananas as prasad. We took that and so gracefully, and then we went to the ticket counter to have Lord Shiva's darshan. Here Lord Shiva is called as Kukuteshwar, and the speciality of this Pithapuram is Kukuteshwar is also one of the 12 sacred Lord Shiva places. So here it's that's why in the first of my file I said that this place is very peculiar, and having three gods in the same temple, so reciting in the same temple. So after we took the ticket to have a special darshan of Lord Shiva, because there was already time, it was already 12 o'clock, and we were in a rush, that thinking that temple might get closed at any very moment. But someone said that no, temple will remain open until 1:30, because that Thursday is a special day. I'll tell you why it's a special day. And after that, we took the darshan ticket, and then we entered the Lord Shiva's temple, where even there we were allowed to enter the Garbhalaya, close to Shivling. And then Purohit nearby also gave us the Abhishek water. So that is very holy for us, and we took that. And that was also a marvelous experience, first Guru, and then mother, and then father, giving us grace one after the other, showing, giving darshan one after the other. It was like so blissful for us, and so motivating for us, like, yeah, don't worry, we are there with you, this too shall pass, everything will be all right. That we could sense that assurance and positive energy with all this experience. This is how Baba is planning the entire event. It's like I don't have any words to explain. One has to feel it, that's it. So after that, we come out and then we go back to the ticket counter, asking that the guy who is selling the tickets. We ask them to for anyone who is there nearby, who can help with the who is ready to take these rice, wheat, and dal that my cousin was willing to give. So he then there is one Purohit standing nearby, and we asked this question to the ticket counter guy. And that guy asks this Purohit who is standing nearby and asks him, "Will you take it? They have brought something, as a bhog. So will you will you take that?" Then he said, "Okay, yeah, fine, I'll take it." Then that's also wonderful. So we went. He took us nearby the water beside the temple, and he had followed some ritual, and he received that everything. My cousin wasn't so good at understanding Telugu, so I was just trying to translate from Purohit, and I was just explaining the same to my cousin. In this process, my cousin, he knows Telugu to some extent, but he can't understand few words. So that Purohit then explains the speciality of the Pithapuram and the day especially. So what happens is, the Purohit starts telling a story that there was one Rakshas, a demon called Gayasur. So between the fight with Gayasur, there is a fight between Gayasur and Lord Vishnu. So what happens is, at that fight, after the fight is over, Lord Vishnu assures or gives a vardhan to Gayasur, saying that, okay, whoever comes here and gives or offers anything in the name of their deceased or beloved deceased ones, the deceased people will attain moksha. So when this happened, when the Purohit was, we never knew that. We never knew about this. And when Purohit told me this, I was like, my mind completely blown away. And then I explained, after the ritual is completed, I explained this to my cousin. He was like in tears, literally, he was so happy that, wow, he just went there and just stood before God, and he just prayed, and he felt so happy, very happy indeed, because he never knew that. He was just trying to give a small offering, or was trying to help someone on his mother's name, but altogether this came up. So yeah, that's really a fantastic thing that happened at that moment. After that, we again go back into the temple, and we have mother's darshan, like Purohitika Devi's darshan again, and then we were waiting to go back. So we wanted to go back. And after this, everything went well. Yeah, my brother, who actually had some work, and he had something to complete in Dattatreya Swami's temple. So he went back there, and we waited for him. And then after he came back, we started. So what happens now is, and yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention about why the day is special. I do not remember the exact day, what it's called, but at that day, numerous amounts of homas, yagas and homas were going in the temple. We didn't know what exactly, why. We thought maybe that's the usual thing that happens in the temple. But at that day, no. That is very special day for ancestors and those who are deceased. They have in this very special day, and numerous amount of yagas and homas are performed for their peace, for ancestors who all passed away, our ancestors who passed away, for them to attain moksha or peace, or to get whatever the karma they had, to get rid of all that, for their purpose, for their peace, and for their So these are performed. So that is a special day to perform all these. And we were again like, oh my God, what's going on now? What's going on? Baba has set up entire trip in such a way that my cousin who lost everything he had comes here, and we were planning to go to Pithapuram. Suddenly, after cousin comes here, then we go to Pithapuram, and initially Baba himself gives the darshan after I asking him whether Baba, will you give darshan? Not only he alone, but he gives darshan along with all the other gurus. And then Sripada Sri Vallabha Swami wears the garland that fits absolutely fine, and that's the only garland that he wears at the moment. Only our garland offered by us. And then we were able to go to, we get a prasad from Mother Puruhutika Devi's temple, and then we get that Abhishek Jalam from Kukuteshwara Swami, Lord Shiva. Then after coming out, when my cousin tries to give the wheat, rice and dal, that's when we know that, okay, this entire place is specially, or I can say that Lord Vishnu has given a gift to this very place, that whomsoever offers something in the name of deceased ones, and those deceased ones will attain moksha right away. So that seeing all these, it was so comforting and so relaxing for my cousin, for us, in this devastating time that we are going through. It was like such an energy booster for us. We couldn't really explain how grateful and blissful that was. So after this, we return back to home. And before my cousin leaves, because at the very evening he is leaving for Delhi. So before he leaves, he tells me this story. Now switching back to my aunt's death. So what happened is, some Purohit comes to my cousin and tells him to do Panchakshari, Shiv Panchakshari. And he starts doing that. And after doing that, his mental state get enhanced in a way that or I can say he got matured in a way that he doesn't see a death as a sorrowful event anymore. He got into a perception where, okay, birth is according to God's will and death is also according to God's will. Everything is God. So due to this Panchakshari Smaran, he was, I can say that God has given him that state. And after that, this episode of COVID comes in, and unfortunately my aunt passes away. Why I had to bring this up is, God has planned in such a way that, my cousin has got all the mental strength he needs to have, and he's being prepared by God himself for this very, devastating event. So in that way, he later explains me all this, that this was what happened, bhaiya. So I was, after I getting Panchakshari and doing Panchakshari, this is what my state was. So yes, I felt very bad and weak, it was very worst situation for me, losing mother. But that gave me an unique strength to see the world itself in a different way. That helped me a lot. So then I told him, this is how God plans work. So this is how they work with us, and they prepare us for something mentally, physically, financially, everything, and then they give the worst result, so that we can withstand that. That's the one conversation that I was having, and then he starts saying that, okay, I wanted to visit Lord Shiva's temple, but I couldn't. Then I tried so many times, but I couldn't in Delhi. But after coming here, after meeting you guys, after going to Vithapuram, that's when I was able to see him and get the all the holy grace and Abhishek water as well. He was so happy with that. And the second part is, after he the next morning he has a train here in the night, 8 p.m 8:30 p.m, and the next morning he reaches there and he calls me back and says, Bhaiya, from the moment my mother passed away, I was asking her to at least once come to me, mama, and just give me your darshan so that I can feel comfortable and see that you are happy there, you're peaceful there. So at least once you come in, at least in my dream or something, and let me see you. That was his wish then. And in the train, while going, after this entire thing happened, while he's returning back, in the train he just felt asleep or was having a nap after having dinner. Then suddenly his mom appears, and then she starts screaming with his name. And then he wakes in the dream. This entire thing is happening within the dream. And then my cousin wakes up and says, Mom, why are you screaming? I'm awake. Why are you screaming? Then she looks at him and gives an angelic smile of peace, and then she immediately vanishes. She's disappeared now. And this guy wakes up from the dream. And he explains me after reaching there, Bhaiya, this is what I got as a dream. And just imagine the state of my cousin, having gone through all these series of events and worse events, and then also we going through worst events, and we all meet up, and then one Thursday, that becomes a holy place, and that becomes a holy day for everything to give the required amount of positivity to us, saying that don't worry, we are there with you, we are helping you. See how Baba has designed and planned everything around. And my cousin is I wanted to explain one thing about my cousin. I feel that he's very a great soul, I can say, because despite these many worse situations, and even nobody could go there to him when this happened, and despite all these bad situations, he got angry, but he never blamed God, nor he blamed any other relative in the family. Despite that, he comes here and sees my father, who is also bedridden and who is not well at the moment. So that's how I think for God and for us, I think God really looks into the heart and see if at all we are good and at heart. I think that is how He stays by us and next to us, and guides everything and controls each and every situation and gives us all the strength. And at the end, not at the end, but if when necessary, He would give the required strength by showing that directly showing that we are there with you, I am here with you, don't you ever grieve, don't worry, everything will be resolved, I am here to help you and support you. So this Leela, the entire Leela that I just explained, is simply mind-blowing experience for us, especially for my cousin and for myself and my wife and my brother as well. So we are just eternally grateful to God and especially Baba, that through which He guided each and every part of our movement in this entire Leela. So I wanted to share such beautiful thing that happened in our lives. And I want to thank Suyashi for letting me share this experience. Yeah, and God bless you, sister. God bless you. Thank you.